Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm actually going to be doing a video today on how to get the Quest 3 connected to SteamVR and WiVRn on Nobara Linux, and hopefully this helps you out on, well, really pretty much any Linux distro. So welcome to Vensire Studios, and let's get this going. As usual, there will be chapters below. This one will be a pretty short video overall, but in case you need it, I will be still providing them regardless. So you could use the chapters in the description below, or just use the seek bar to jump to whichever area you want to look over. So yeah, so with that out of the way, let's get to SteamVR first. In the store, you're just going to go ahead and in the search bar type in SteamVR. Obviously, just click on it, go down to it. Where it says for play game for me, you're just going to click on it to download and get it installed on your system. Then when you jump over to library, honestly, yeah, it just doesn't show up here usually because I guess it's one of those extra software programs. So if you just type in VR, it's right here. And then you could just tell it to launch. But we're not going to do that. Because you need the Steam link on the Quest 3 to get it set up. So after you get it set up and downloaded directly in there, what you're gonna go to is the Oculus store and get that downloaded. It's also free, of course. But yeah, once you get that, just go ahead and click the Steam link directly here. It'll show up any device that it could be launched on. I have it set, of course, obviously to my main system. When you initially click connect, it's gonna give you a code for you to use inside here. I tried honestly several times to get it reset and everything else, but it wouldn't reset, so that was like a few hours wasted on my life. But yeah, when you first hit connect, it's going to give you a pin. You're going to type it in to SteamVR itself from on your desktop and just tell it to connect. I believe you have to tell it to connect on both sides in order for it to officially launch. But once you get that done and tell it to connect, it'll connect right on up. And as you can see, there's Beat Saber and other games you have on the system itself. But yeah. You really don't have to do anything else inside here but to get them working. Well, to get them working, you could say. Unless you want to add extra things up on Twitter or whatnot, but you know, that's up to you. Personally, I use GameScope and I set the game to 120 FPS because, well, that's the max setup on here. Speaking of which, if you're using the Quest 3 or Quest 2 under VR settings, you should go check that out and make sure to set it up here. It will have you relaunch the SteamVR to get it working properly. The same thing can be said if you set it onto encryption. I don't have it set up to that, but I don't need it. I don't know if you're in an apartment or something. Maybe you will need that depending on how much wireless interference you have going on. Speaking of which, now with that being said, I'm going to launch right into Beat Saber, but I'm going to swap on over to my other camera for that. So give me a sec and yeah, we'll continue this on there. Well, checking, audio is going on there. All right, with that all set up and you got the game audio, now we're gonna play through a little bit on here. Like I said, I believe I said it only for like a minute, just so you can get the idea of how it seems to be. And on here, it seems to be extremely smooth, and honestly smoother than it has been on Windows. I don't know why. It was like packet loss or something like that, or whatever else is going on. But I have a much better experience on Linux with this, with Steam Link and WiVRn. And on Windows Steam Link and the Oculus app itself, I would get packet loss or frame stutters or something just going on, and it's just be a real big pain in the butt, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, plays very nice, plays very smooth, and it's great. With that out of the way, well, that already covers the Steam Link, and we're just going to pop on over to WiVRn and all the different things that it has for its own, well, kind of advanced settings and things like that. So let's head on over there. Maybe one other small thing to bring up is sometimes I have had it where SteamVR just actually hangs. It's kind of annoying. Maybe it's because of the changes I did I decided to swap my system over to encrypt stuff on it, and that seems to be maybe potentially causing an issue, or maybe it's just with the most recent updates it has a problem. But yeah, that's kind of annoying. Alright, so the other program we're going to be covering is WiVRn. This works on both Windows and on Linux. So yeah, I have Bazaar on here, so this is where I found it. So WiVRn. It is oh crap, no, I did not want to delete this. This is a flat pack that you could just get installed from inside Linux, and it runs very smoothly overall from everything I've seen. But yeah, when you first load it up, it's going to kind of look like this, and you're just going to hit next. There is a way to install it if you're using the cable with it. Honestly, for the Quest 3, it works fine over wireless overall, and I don't have any real issues, so I don't use the cable. Using the Quest 2, I honestly use the cable for that. Specifically, you're going to have to go check it out on their GitHub and how to get that properly situated. And I don't think it should be too overly difficult. I'd hope not, because setting it up in general hasn't been a pain, so I'm hoping that isn't a pain in the butt either. But yeah, once you go through this section here, just click next. This is the thing that you have to add in games to play them in VR using WiVRn. So as it says here, for Steam games, right click on the game in Steam, go to Properties, General, and paste this in Launch Options. So you can click this copy button, and like for Beat Saber, right click on it, go to Properties. As you can see, I already have it here. The bright side of this is, say you're playing Phasmophobia, and sometimes you do VR inside there, and sometimes you don't. It doesn't affect it. You can play it without deleting that launch command or anything else. It'll just work fine and just be fluid. It's just an annoying little extra step you need to do. But the other thing you need to do is put in the PIN number. Kind of the same for Steam. The difference is in Steam, after I put it in, I couldn't get it reset to show you. But here I can. So we're going to bring this on up. And then I'm going to tell it to record again. No, Steam Link can go away. And we're going to go to WiVRn. And it shows here, connect if you need to. Sometimes you need to put in the server manually yourself, the name, address, and port, and so forth. Other thing to cover real quick is settings. So in here, you can choose the system language, a frame rate, render resolution per eye, and also foveated encoding. So mainly this will mainly affect people who've got eye tracking inside. For the Quest 3, it's just doesn't have that, so it's all centralized. So anything beyond the central area, 30% of it is lower quality and so forth. So it's just the way it is. Codec is dependent on what your system can support. Like if you're using hardware encoding from your graphics card, like mine fully supports AV1, H.265, and H.264. You can set it to 10-bit video on top of it for AV1 and H.265. And then also the bitrate. And then along with some more advanced settings for like high power mode and so forth. But yeah, with that out of the way, you can go to server list, tell it to connect, and you've got to put in the pin. And this is 738.070. 738.070. Yay, there we go. We're connected to my computer, and now just as before, I'm gonna swap on over to the other camera now. All right, we're on the other camera now. We're gonna bring this up forward and tell it to launch Beat Saber. Unlike SteamVR, you can change the audio sources. But unlike SteamVR, also for some reason games start to your right, and you have to hold down the Oculus button to recenter it. Once you get that out of the way, there you go. The game pops right on up. It's not set to my headset. It's actually set to my other headset, right? And I can hear it. All right, just like before, I'm gonna set this up just so you can hear it as well. You do not have to change this at all, other than if you wanted to change the audio settings specifically to like IEMs or your headset or something. And that would just be done, like at least in KDE Linux, you just go down and select it from the options down here. But yeah, with that out of the way, we're gonna go through here a little bit, and we're just going to go beat through one of the maps. We're gonna do Final Boss Chan this time, because why not? I really like the extra options and the fact that I can change this over to my IEM, which I normally would be using for this, to be frank. But, well, I'm being kind of lazy, I guess you could say, for right now, just to show this off for the tutorial. But as you can see, it plays very nice, it plays very smooth, and I really like how it is. So, there's really nothing much else to say, I'd say, for this video. So, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. And if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, leave it in the comment section below. And as always, if you like what you saw here and you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you can get notified when a new video drops. But yeah, if you're already subscribed to the channel, thank you very much for supporting. And you can cut out now, I guess, if you don't want to see any more of it. And I'll see you all next time, or you can just, well, watch me finish this one map. Definitely agree that these controllers could be tighter. I really can't wait for the Steam frame. That is something I am very much looking forward to. Probably won't be able to purchase it right away, but I would love to have that to be able to, well, play Beat Saber on, to be frank. Maybe I should see if I can get the, or I can see about getting the MetaQuest Pro controls that are supposed to be much tighter and much more capable than this, you could say. I'm really screwing up this time. So yay me! Disadvantages of having the main router with like a bunch of AI mesh stuff too at times. Sometimes the controls really do kind of mess up. But yeah, you stayed to the end. Awesome, thank you, I appreciate you. And I'll catch you all next time. Bye.